And we're going to talk to Christine Mhundwa now about the visit of Robert Mugabe to South Africa, the first in 21 years. Christine is on the line now. Christine, what's the latest, please?
Lindsay, we're at the Union buildings here, and we've been waiting now for the past few hours. Of course, we got a glimpse of the two presidents, President Zuma and President Mugabe, the two first ladies. We didn't see any smiles as they listened, of course, as the national anthems were being played. Immediately after that, President Mugabe shook hands with a lot of the ministers from South Africa's cabinet, top brass, the likes of ministers of finance, ministers of environmental affairs, etc. But notably, there was a bit of a chat between him and Minister Lindiwe Zulu, who is, of course, the Minister of Small Business here. You will remember that a few years ago there was a huge diplomatic spat where he threw insults at this very minister. So it was interesting to see them shaking hands and engaging in what seemed to be light-hearted conversation. But since then, they have been in a meeting now that is, of course, the two presidents, where, of course, they should be discussing the trade agreements that are due to be signed. Those, of course, Lindsay, being one is the function of a joint water commission. Another is the establishment of a binational commission. Another one is the diplomatic relations. And lastly, one they're calling the mutual assistance between customs agreements. So they're having that meeting now, and as soon as they step out, we will get once again another photo opportunity. The media will be able to capture the signing of those memorandums, and hopefully we've been told that there will be a bit of a press briefing, and we can hope to get some questions or answers out of the two heads of state.
Let's hope so. What do you think this is? He's here as a figurehead, probably, Mr. Mugabe now, but he's presumably got quite an entourage with him and who are doing his bidding for him.
Well, here's the thing. He's flanked with his Minister of Environmental Affairs and Water. He's got his Finance Minister here with him as well. And so, if you contextualize all of this, one could see it as, of course, trying to, reconnect. But if you understand the context of what's going on in Zimbabwe right now, there are talks of a drought. I've been in touch with Zimbabweans over the last few days. Crops are nowhere near where they should be. Zimbabwean government has already started importing food from the likes of Zambia. And there are questions on whether or not they can afford to import for the rest of the season coming up. So one could expect that he's possibly here for aid. Lots of Zimbabweans are worried about the fact that, they won't have any food because there is no money in government coffers to simply keep importing food from Zambia. So that's, of course, one possibility that's been making the rumor mill that he is here, with open hands, literally holding a begging bowl.
Christine, thanks very much for your time, and try and get an interview with the man himself, and we'll speak to you later on CNBC Africa. That was CNBC Africa's Christine Mhundwa.